Oh, he's actually smelting down the ores. And that should automatically process all of our ores and stuff like that. Bread of snow. And there we go. Wait, spread out more, spread out more. Hello everybody and welcome back to some more FTB Inferno. Today, we're gonna be finishing up our little villagers here by giving them roles in this little compartment place right here that I have built specifically for them that will be expanded as time goes on. Because, you know, we're gonna need more villagers, but for right now, we just have these three. And we're also, I am now in the hole, going to be doing some more mine colonies, trying to expand upon it a little bit, get myself some automations going that I should have gotten done a while ago. And if there is time, occultism. Let's start with the villagers. So, I have 3 villagers and 3 slots, so I struggled to decide which ones I wanted. But in the end, I concluded I want the librarian, the leather worker, I believe his name is, and the... I cannot remember what this guy's name is, but we'll just call him the brewer. So to get them, we're going to need to get those specific blocks, being the lectern, the cauldron, and the brewing stand. I should already have a brewing stand, I do, and if I ever need to utilize it for potions, I can just go ahead and then move that one over there. So we got that one. The cleric, that's his name. So we can go ahead and put lectern there, cauldron there, and also brewing stand right here. And then we just need to figure out how to get our villagers into these specific points. So we can go ahead and break each of the holes. Oh no. Alrighty, after a little bit of a struggle, I managed to get them all in. So we've got our leather worker right here, who we can actually sell leather to for an emerald. And since these guys started off as zombies, whom were cured by a ritual from Ars Nouveau, these guys actually are going to give me a discount now. So this guy, instead of selling 32 rotten flesh for an emerald, we can actually only sell him 27. This guy will take 19 for an emerald and 4 emeralds for a bookshelf. It's all nice, but the tier 1 stuff isn't really that important, though. What is important is gonna be leveling these boys up. But the reason why I actually wanted these specific ones is because when I looked inside of here, it said that there were some trades of note. The cleric obviously has Eyes of Ender, and at the very least, it has Ender Pearls. That much I am sure of. So it's either Eyes or Ender Pearls. I don't know. Both would be good because it would make getting Eyes of Ender so much easier. This guy, the reason why I wanted him is because he actually gives me quite a few good things. One of them is bulk books, so I'll be getting a lot of books, and emphasis on bookshelves specifically, which is really good because a lot of the builds for mine colonies for some reason require oak bookshelves. And then as for the leather work, it said bulk leather, which made me think that I was going to be able to buy a bunch of leather, which is going to be good for some other things. But it looks like it's instead just me selling leather for emeralds, which is fine, that's good too. But another thing that I wanted from it was that this guy can allegedly sell Tinker's creative tool upgrades. So I could get a lot more creative, or just a lot more slots on my Tinker's tools, which would be pretty good if there is any truth to that. So those guys are really just gonna be an investment, honestly, because for right now we can't really do anything with them. Now then, for the mine colonies. The buildings that I want to create today is going to be the sawmill and the smeltery, and if I need to, the cowhand's hut and the Fletcher's hut. I don't see any immediate need to do those ones, but it's just good to have them on the back of the mine just in case. So, the smeltery and the sawmill are both going to require some research into the university for me to be able to get them. So let's head on over to our little university here. Hello, Zashar. And let us begin the research. And by research, I mean looking through here, trying to identify the location of the things I need. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't one thing I was looking for, but this is actually really good. Accuracy. Guards need 500% less sleep, and it's only for 4 iron ingots. That's actually pretty good. Like, I could totally do that. And then this one requires my town hall to be a tier 2. I don't have that yet. I just have a tier 1. Okay, I found the one for the sawmill. It is in the technology era, which kind of makes sense. I think these all are actually going to be in it. So to get this one, I need to have a gold axe and half a stack of warped and crimson stems. Okay, that's good. And the smeltery right here, which is going to cost 8 seared stone and 4 lava buckets. Those are not hard to get, actually. I just need to do a lot of grabbing of things. Alrighty, the research is done. So now all that is left for us to do is to make the basic buildings. The smeltery, which just takes 7 planks and a piece of iron, and also the sawmill, which just takes 5 planks and 3 wooden axes, and both, of course, require the building tool. And there we go! Now we've got both the sawmill and the smeltery. And with the sawmill, that actually will also unlock us the forester's hut, which takes another axe. But let's also go ahead and make one of these as well. It does not say that it needs to be researched, so I am going to assume that this is just going to work. Now, for each one of these, it's going to require an extra villager. As far as I know, among my colonists, I only have one person who's unemployed, because, yeah, right here, Jezbeth, because she just recently grew up. So that is gonna be a little bit of an interesting to figure out. My 2 options are going to be to hire some workers or to upgrade the houses to tier 3, which will involve upgrading the builders' huts to tier 3. Oh boy, we're gonna be busy today. Let's go ahead and find some places for each of these. Alrighty, that looks good. So now we need to go ahead and find the smelting capsule, and then we want this to line up. So let's see, what are we looking at in terms of this? That is very much not going to line up properly. Oh, wait a minute. I realized what I just did wrong. I was putting down the woodcutters thing instead of the smelter. That immediately explains my problem. Okay then, so now we can go ahead and back this one up a bit. This one's actually really big, man. Like, it's a hefty beast. So then, it looks like it actually lines up pretty well if I move it over to the right. Yeah, this actually lines up perfectly with this thing. So then, we just need to now actually properly figure this thing out. So that block should be right there. So here's this, and then we want this one to be right about there. Yes, that's right. Okay, so then we can go ahead and throw that there, and then we can just go ahead and finish that up, and then we'll want to finalize this by requesting our build thing. So yep, that should be good. So now we just need to do this process for the rest of these things.
5 minutes later.
Alrighty, so I put the other 2 right next to the smeltery because it's like, it just worked spacing wise. So right here is where I put the sawmill, and this thing, it looks nice. It's like way too nice actually. Oh, and we even got a stone cutter here. That's actually really cool for this. And then to the left of it, we then over here have the forester's hut, which will be good because if we like have a courier who's like carrying wood, he should be able to take it instantly over to here, unless he has to take it over to the warehouse and then back here, in which case, this way, it's the most annoying for them. And I'm an evil governor, so, you know, it's good. Only problem is, though, the colonists are tucked into bed. So I gotta wait about, like, 7 or 8 minutes. I don't know how long they sleep for. I'll come back once these are all finalized, though, and then we'll see if we about getting some people some more jobs. Gotta be honest here, this has gotta be the cutest thing ever. I haven't actually seen the school in action, and just judging by the looks here, I think this is an alright thing. But I need you to grow up real fast. Well, since we're really just waiting for you to grow up, I think it's only fair that we go ahead and get the 2 most important ones out of the way. So, I've already finished up all the buildings, and I added another house over at the housing district. I think this will be the last house that we build, so from here on out, we'll just be upgrading the houses. If at all possible, if I do need to build any more, I can just continue off in this way, but this is really just going to be the housing area, and wow, we're getting real close to the borders, huh? That's fascinating. But for this one, we attracted someone new, we hired them. So now we can go ahead and start the workers. So, the one that I want to hire for my smelter, if I go ahead and manage workers, even though Gaz would realistically be better because he has strength 11, we're going to hire Jezebeth. Despite the name, if we go ahead and recall you right over here, Jezebeth is indeed a guy. But why did I want to use Jezebeth? Well, apparently, if we go over here to the blacksmith, our blacksmith is this lady right over here, Alucard. Alucard is his mother. So, I figured it'd be nice to have the whole family all together. We're gonna have Kith probably overworking there, which was the little girl who was Alucard's sister, who is Jezebeth's aunt. The family line is just so weird. Hopefully, we can make some good use out of this and... Oh, he's actually smelting down the ores. Right, because there are ores in there. I forgot because we had the miner. Okay, wait a minute. There is an ore that I want to specify him not using. Because if we have smeltable ores, I want to find the ancient debris, and I don't want him to smelt that. At least not yet. Because with that, it's going to be a little bit of a problem for a little while, but... Yep, there we go, and now he's smelting it all down. Dude, that's so sick. Awesome. Okay, then, so he's gonna need a lot more coal, which you're hopefully gonna provide. I know should be a lot of coal in there, so really the biggest problem is just gonna be supplying that charred coal. Now, does any of the colonists that I have just gathered up actually make it? No. So the one who could do that is gonna be the stone smelter. For some odd reason. They're gonna require research of their own. So it won't be fully automated just yet because that will require another worker. But eventually soon enough we will get someone up to that task. Then we can go ahead and get Gaz over here at the sawmill. That is not what I want. There is no worker here. I don't know why I'm trying to do that. But we can go ahead and get Gaz over here. And he actually has quite a bit of creativity on him. I'm not sure what that'll affect. So now we've gotten him on the wooden place. And we've gotten, I already forgot your name on the furnace. And that should automatically process all of our ores and stuff like that. And then those should get carried away by the courier once the time comes. And then those all get sent over to here. Now I have to wonder, how much ores do I actually have? Oh, and, yeah, there is quite a lot of ores in here. That's fascinating. Okay, then. That's awesome. That's absolutely good. We've done some good things here today. So, Kith, whenever you're ready to actually stop being a little kid and grow up, we can go ahead and get you onto the wood farm, and I can figure out how that thing works when the time comes for that. It does look like I'm not going to have enough time to get into occultism. But I do still want to do something else certain that's relevant to the mine colonies. Because basalt. Basalt, basalt, basalt. It's used in everything. It is everywhere. And it is a pain to get. There's two ways to get basalt. Well, there's a lot of ways to get basalt, but the ways that I have access to currently is crafting it using vile dust and cobbled blackstone, which is a little bit annoying on its own. And then there is also going down to the nether and mining it up if I can end up finding any. But fortunately, I know of another way for us to be able to get basalt, so that way we don't have to go down there. So, what we need is, we need soul soil and blue ice followed by lava. Because if we have soul soil right down there on this picture underneath where that basalt is, with the lava flowing over to it, and then getting struck by blue ice, it then creates basalt. So in order for us to be able to get our blue ice, it's right here, there we go, we need to go back into a little bit of blood magic, which is probably the last bit of blood magic we'll be able to until after we beat Bellringer. And we need to combine a snow block with vile dust inside of arcane ashes. To get a snow block, we need snowballs. In order to get snowballs, we need to summon snow golem. Now, snow golems can be summoned through the summoning altar. If we scroll over to where they are, it's taken me a little bit. Where are you? There they are, the snow golem. So in order to summon them, it actually takes a bit of stuff. We need 3 water bottles, a bottle of enchanting, crimson fungus, and our vile dust all over the summoning altar. And then that will summon 4 snow golems, whom wherever they walk, they will leave snow pathways. And then by using a shovel, I can pick that up and get snowballs. Alrighty, let the ritual begin. I grabbed my netherite shovel, which I got from exploring the nether in the last video, I believe it was. Yes, it was in the last video. And this is gonna be necessary. So let's go ahead, throw all of these things in there. I was kind of worried that was gonna throw the bottle of enchanting there for a second. And then we can go ahead and throw in the vile dust, and then this should summon all of them. If I stand here, because I know that it can't summon on there, but it should disperse them away from here. That way I can maximize the spread of snow. And there we go. Wait, spread out more, spread out more. Yes, there we go. So that is the caveat. Since, if for those of you who know vanilla, snow golems can't survive in the nether. They will die. So, you gotta be very careful with when you're summoning them. All we gotta do, let's just place these boys down. I think we put the snow block in first, and yep, there we go. And so now, let the demon rituals begin. The highly questionable things that you should never ever do in real life. It's very, very bad. But now we have ourselves our blue ice. So now, let's go ahead. I believe it is in this chest. There we go. Grab our soul soil and our blue ice right here. And now, over here, by all of the lava, if we go ahead and then dig down, say, here. Put the soul soil there. And then the blue ice, the unmeltable ice, right here. And then we can go ahead and break this block. And there we go. Infinite basalt. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Look at it. Look at it. I just had an idea. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Is item collectors in this? They are. So, if I had this here, whilst I'm mining this, if there's no way to automatically mine it, I could then just have it grab it instantly when it's picked up, and then the lava will be less likely to be able to burn it. It'll be beautiful. What are you doing over at my section? You're not even belonging here. Okay, there's absolutely no way you're ever getting hired for 7 blank slates. Absolutely not. Get out of here. This is the governor's corner. The last thing that I want to do today is I want to try this capsule right here. Because it says automated wood stripper. There isn't such a building in mine colonies, as far as I know. So I want to see what is this wood stripper going to be exactly. It did not show up. So, oh, it just, what the? Oh, I see what's happening here. That's actually really cool. So, oh, there we go. There we go. What is burning though? I don't know, but like, wow, that's actually super convenient. Wait a minute. Y'all don't understand how convenient this actually is, because sometimes, okay, wait a minute. Let me wait for that to finish, because that's very loud. So, yep, there we go. Now it should be done. But actually, I have a better idea. If I want to like hook this thing up to an observer, that way I can see whenever something's put down there. That would probably be better than what's going on here. But, oh well. Questions for later. But the reason why that's actually really good is because I spent so long on so many of these guys just putting down a bunch of warp stems and then stripping them with an axe. And wait a minute, I've had this thing for a while, and I never knew what to do with it. I just thought it was a mine colonies thing, then I actually looked up what this thing would be, because I had the sawmill, and then I realized this wasn't actually part of it. Oh my gosh, I could have done this ages ago, and it would have saved me so much time. Dude, that sucks so much. Okay, well, let's go ahead and put this guy in the post box so that way we can get that over to Zoo, because, I mean, he does need it a lot. That's actually why I wanted the sawmill, was because a lot of blocks that he's requesting requires a lot of intricate things that it just takes so long for me to make. But with the sawmill, he can actually go ahead and make those blocks for him and send them over to him. So it's good. That's the reason why I wanted that. I never actually made that clear. Everything else has a clear purpose, but that one not so much. Did you like this video? Good. Then be sure to check out our last Inferno video where we set up our villagers right over there through a lot of various things. It was very roundabout in order to get there. It involved Ars Nouveau though, which we're standing on right now. Bye-bye!